Yay! Fuck that
Hi,
intro.
fucking intro. What's up, Mr. Bill? Fucking intro.
We don't need no stinking intro.
Because we would like to be left alone. Hey, Twisted, leave those. I don't know. I don't want to say kids. That sounds weird.
Yeah, 'cause it does sound weird.
Sounds really weird. Stranger danger. My candy is way better. Remember that. Okay. Way better. Way better. How you doing today, Mr. Bill? You're packing up a fat bowl, I see. What are you packing in that bowl, Mr. Bill? What you got for us? I bet you it's something yummy.
Bishop did it.
Bishop did it.
What up, Bishop?
Bishop did it. What up, Debbie Pot? How are you doing today? Gelato cake. Ooh, okay, Mr. Bill.
Let's go, Bill.
What up, Alec?
What up, Alec?
Hope everybody's having a splendid day.
Simply splendid.
Simply splendid.
Yeah.
What up, Erica? How are you doing today? What's up, Bishop? I heard you're going on a journey for a long time. I'm not happy about that, Mr. Bishop.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm doing good, Debbie Pot, actually. I'm doing pretty good. I was going to take a nap today, and then I decided I would make food, and then I ate, and then I didn't take a nap, and then, yeah, now I'm not tired. So here I am. I'm here. Fa la 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 la. And it's really bright.
Cha-la-la.
What up, nobody? How are you doing?
What up, nobody?
Oh, I can imagine. Mr. Bill, are you melting? Are you melting, Mr. Bill? Don't melt. I thought that only happens to witches in this. Oh, wait, I'm thinking about vampires. Vampires in the sunlight? Yeah. No, we ended up getting a cheeseburger pizza from the really good pizza place next to
No,
us.
we got Domino's that night he's talking about.
Oh, that night, yeah.
Yeah, the other night.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Okay, I thought he meant the. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I got. What up,
Spooky.
Spooky, come and take all my snow. It's only 19.6 ounces. Yeah, listen to me.
It's
19
inches. 20 inches.
And we're getting another bad snowstorm this weekend that's supposed to be like a cyclone, a snow cyclone or something. Come on, Spooky. It's fun. You can do like snow angels and make it.
He said, hell no.
You could make a snowman. You can throw snowballs at people.
Well, Spooky, you're so nice. You're letting us keep all our snow. You don't want any? Are you sure? All right, I gotta use this look because that one's not working.
To return. He enjoys the shovel.
Hell no.
No, he does not.
My name ain't Cyanide Knife.
No, he does not like the shovel.
Fuck that shovel. I use the hammer.
What up, Julio? Let me mute myself real quick.
You can get frozen pipes. What fun, eh? Good thing we haven't, man. We've had to keep our house super warm. It was negative 14 this morning, right? So our house says it's 66 inside, and our heater's just not trying to kick in anymore. It's like, yo, I can't do anymore. Exhilarating. Spooky, you ready for tonight? What's up? Ready tonight? What are we doing? So we got two YouTubes on. We got Twisted Check and Twisted Rissa. Then we got Tick and we got her Facebook on. So
what
if
up,
you guys
Mary
want to know,
J's?
that's where we are.
Spooky, I got this camper. We could gut it out. We could redo it for you. You can live in it. You can hook up to our electricity or water, you know. Easy living. And it's convenient. You'll be around everywhere.
What up, Mary J?
Even a strip club, like not even 2 minutes
West
away.
Coast. What up, West Coast?
What up, West Coast? I ain't doing no big things at anything. Motivation, yeah. Mary J. Yeah, I got a motivational video for everybody who wants to enjoy, but we definitely wanted to come on and see what's up and, you know.
It's a success motivation. So yes. It's why you must keep going when nothing feels clear.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I like that it's all fixed. What up, Betty Joy? The motivational video is only like 32 minutes long today. I know I've been slacking this week. I've been really, really tired. It's this weather and shoveling. You know how many times I got my car stuck? Okay, for one, I'm not light with the gas pedal, so I just kind of like floor it, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm stuck. And I like to think that I have I have a truck, but I don't. I have an Impala that I can go through snowbanks. I can't do that either.
Nah, you can park it here, Spooky. We got a big enough driveway.
Oh, you know it's Spooky. My door's always open for you. Actually, my oldest son and his girlfriend are moving out. We'll have a spare huge room. So, there you go. A heated indoor porch. It's wicked nice. I'm thinking about taking it over for myself, especially when Twisted pisses me off. That's not on a daily, though. You have your days where I don't get mad at you, right? Or do I get mad at you all the time, Twisted? Are you ignoring me?
No, I'm reading the chat on Discord. It's pretty funny.
Wow.
Get him, Bishop.
Wow. You see how he ignores me? Do you guys understand this? Sweet hitchhiker. No, you don't have to do chores. Fuck that. I don't like when people do any house cleaning in my house because I'm the only one that does it the way I like it. Don't fuck with Underground Genetics. I just got refunded 10 for a huge Christmas package that I won that he never shipped out the seeds. So I got my money back, but everybody has that was Alpha Omega. Sorry to hear that, Alpha Omega. I haven't had any problems with them. Sorry to hear that. Seriously, I personally haven't had issues with him.
I don't know who Underground Genetics is.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I don't know who Underground Genetics. We know Underground Lit.
No, we don't know who that is. I'm thinking of somebody else.
You're thinking of Underground Lit. Yeah. I don't know Underground Genetics. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. All right, so I don't know. So I'm really sorry. Don't fuck with that one. Terry B. That's Chris Plummer.
I'm still going to wipe the seat. Oh, man.
You're still going to wipe the seat?
Alpha Omega is Chris Plummer? Yo. Who the hell's Underground Genetics, Chris? You're going to have to send me a link.
Mr. Bill, I appreciate that tremendously.
I'm still going to wipe the seat after.
I appreciate that.
There's this dude trying to flip it.
On me. I'm like, dude, I worked with you for like 2 months and you ghosted me. Oh, sorry to hear that, plumber. That's shit.
Crazy. It's a prison trained habit.
I appreciate it, Mr. Bill. You're welcome to visit anytime. Actually, we're having a big thing on April 18th. We got a few people stopping by for, it's like in between of Twisted's birthday
and 420.
420. And then we got Jazz's birthday and I think Julio's birthday. I don't know. It's a bunch of birthdays and 420. So anybody's in the area, we'll have a big barbecue. You'll have to deal with dogs. Hopefully you like dogs because they don't go nowhere.
James, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me neither.
Wait, Underground Genetics. I know who you're talking about. He's the guy that was. Okay, I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Just seen him start coming around not too long ago.
Yeah, don't give him too much publicity. You're making him a fan right now, talking about him.
Nah, whatever, right? Whatever. People always show their true colors, Chris. That's for sure. That's how that goes, man.
What's up, Heather?
I remember he did something to piss off the Freezy fam, and they went off on him. I just don't remember what happened, so I can't really explain or get into detail. No. But on that note, we're 12 minutes in. Let's watch this video.
I'm ready. Who's ready? Hold on. I need to see some thumbs up. Who's ready for this motivational video? Come on. Show me what you got.
All right. So you're going to have to mute yourself while I put this on. I'll mute myself. We'll watch this video. And then I want to hear what everybody thinks about it.
All right.
Came across a quote recently that said the road to success is dotted with many tempting parking spaces. And I thought this demonstrated or captured a realization that's pretty hard to articulate. And that is just how tempting it is to rationalize stopping or discontinuing your journey when life gets tough. How much sense it always makes to want to call it quits when things get uncomfortable. It's like, it's not just that doing something valuable is hard. It's that it's hard, and every 3 feet there's an invitation to not have to do it anymore. There's an endless supply of exit signs and escape routes. Therefore, accomplishing a goal is simultaneously saying yes to the challenging things while also saying no to the comfortable things. It's fighting off two demons at once. The good news, though, is that you were made to do just that. You just have to change the way you internalize the process. You have to change what you see along the way. I talk a lot about perfection as the enemy. And that's something I wholeheartedly believe to be true, but I generally talk about it in the context of perfection keeping us from starting, right? I try and unveil perfection as this defense mechanism that it truly is. Oh, things aren't perfect, I'll wait. Things aren't exactly where I want them to be, then I won't go. Emphasizing that it's in going that perfection is crafted. Like a statue being chiseled from stone. You fall, you get back up, and find that in doing so, you end up with a little more clarity than you had when you started. You let the trials and tribulations of the journey refine the product. And so that's the beginning, right? That's finding the courage to start, removing the idea of perfect when really it's just our fears masked. But what about when you've already started? What about when you're underway, when you're in the midst of those trials and tribulations? Because we all know this. When you're in pain, your body wants one thing: to remove yourself from the pain. When things are uncomfortable, your default is to seek out those aforementioned parking spaces. Reprieve from the grasp of the unknown. Things aren't perfect, then I'm done here. Things feel awkward or uncomfortable or unclear, then why bother? What I want to do right now is make the argument that it's most important to continue forward when we're in these moments. It's most critical to move forward when the road is unclear and those tempting parking spaces start revealing themselves. Things are not perfect, maybe even far from perfect. And this is right about the time when we forget why we started. I've run into this in my past, right? Particularly with injuries. There was a period in my not too distant past when my ankle and shoulder were simultaneously messed up, right? So couldn't run, couldn't really do any upper body work. My physical activity really took a dive, right? So I'm a little discouraged. And sure enough, I found the eat whatever you want parking space. It's like, who cares? You're not working out. What's the point? Just focus on the business. Put a pause on all that stuff. And then eating whatever I wanted became, well, what's the point of getting up at 5 when I could just get up at 7? I sleep 2 hours longer is how I rationalized it. It's not like I'm going to be running. And then there goes some very important alone time, thinking time, and you can see how easily the wheels sort of fall off the wagon. Not because you're a bad person or don't want the result, but because the second things stop being perfect or working the way I wanted them to, I found a parking space. There will be few stretches of time in life when everything's perfect. Things going exactly how you want them to. It will simply be the exception, not the rule. And then the question becomes, can you put your head down and continue forward, knowing that life will call for adaptation and adjustment? But that those tempting exit signs are not for you. They are weakness. They are for those who forget their strength and their courage. I mentioned a little while ago that growth is fighting two demons. Saying yes to the mountain ahead and no to the off-ramps. But when you step back and look at things different, you change the dynamic. You put the odds in your favor. When the off-ramps become reminders of your strength as you pass them one by one, indicators of your commitment to move forward. And when the mountain ahead becomes merely the way, not some giant sacrifice or monster, but merely a path, things simplify in a way that empowers you on your mission. There is no perfect or imperfect. There is adjusting when necessary and taking the next little step along the way. And using the previous example, it's like, I'm injured, okay? This will definitely be a time for adjustment. Maybe it's yoga, stretching, practicing being more patient, maybe greater emphasis on meditation, mental strength, whatever it is, but we don't stop. We continue stepping forward. The next step will look a little different, but that's all. If perfect is a standard one seeking to maintain, they'll always be pulling over. They'll always be backing off, because very rarely do we have stretches of perfection. Life is an adjustment game, not a perfection game. Life asks, what can you do when your hands are tied behind your back? What can you do when you're tired? What can you do when you've just endured loss, when your pride hurts, your plans fail? And trust me, that's when you see all those off ramps. That's when something in the back of your mind says, hey, all this goes away if you just throw in the towel. Just go seek perfection somewhere else. You'll find it there. But you can chase that rabbit down a million paths. There is no perfection waiting for you, and there is no flawless pursuit. Life comes down to what will you do now? Where you are, with what you have, can you find a way to win when it hurts? Look, we all need to understand that life is innately difficult. And success calls for a simplification that is adapting and stepping forward. That's all. Things are hard, you step. Things don't go as you planned, you adapt and you step. But you are always moving towards that North Star, whatever it is for you. It's deeming those parking spaces insignificant with regard to your life and your journey. Quitting is not brought about by the external world. No, failure is a decision. Failure is saying, you know what, this costs more effort than I'm willing to pay. Those parking spaces have become more tempting than the top of this mountain. Failure is a choice. And so, for one to succeed, they must simply stay in motion. Choose adaptation over a self-imposed end. Yeah, enjoy those moments of perfection, the times the stars do align. But see them as the exception, not the rule. We are not defined when things are great. We are defined by our ability to pick up the pieces and keep moving forward when they're not. Our lives are shaped by the exits we don't take, the parking spaces we don't even notice as we ascend the mountain that is life. Because anything other than the road ahead was never an option. You didn't succeed because things were perfect. You succeeded because you found a way to win when they weren't. What's up, guys? Eddie here. And before we jump into the next chapter, just a quick note. So, as many of you know, every single video that I've ever put on this channel has been created with the intent of building momentum in your life. If you want something physical to anchor that momentum, we've created the brand AGNS, or Always Grateful, Never Satisfied, for that exact reason. It's athletic apparel that embodies the very ideas and concepts I talk about every day. Because you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, we've created a code for this exclusive community, YWW20. You can use that on the website, agns.lifestyle, or right under this video on YouTube. All the stuff is there in the shop. Again, code YWW20 gets you 20% off the entire store. It's a great way to support the very thing you're called to do, the journey of a lifetime that means the most to you, that you know you should be on. But instead of making one giant leap, you hedge. You grab a handrail or a rope. You sort of tiptoe along the outside, bracing yourself for the possibility of a fall. Look, in a perfect world, we'll say, when we know that we should be somewhere, when something's calling us, we would always take the leap. And the times that I've done that in my life, I don't regret it at all. In fact, I attribute taking massive action to a lot of the growth that I've had in my life. But I think it also benefits us to be practical. We can't always do that. We're not always ready to do that. Sometimes we have to earn confidence, one little step at a time. And so what I want to do is tell a story about that very courage, about using what you have, where you are, to to start taking action now, even if you're not ready to leap without reservation. It's a reminder that beginnings are rarely graceful, but they're necessary. And years from now, when you look back, you might laugh at the ways you softened your first steps, that you hedged. But you'll also realize that starting, even imperfectly, even with training wheels, was everything. And so I want to share a quick story about my friend Clayton. I was recently on his podcast, and we were talking about this, right? Particularly with him, he shares a lot on social media. It's a big part of his brand, his business, what he does. And he also happens to enjoy dancing, right? And by the way, I'm not throwing him under the bus here. He'd be happy that I shared this. So he's saying, I love this. It's a big part of what I do, but it's outside the scope of what people know me for. And really struggled to share it for fear of being criticized or laughed at, or, you know, you can fill in the blank there. And he says, so one day I filmed a video, and I'm sitting there for 40 minutes looking at it, terrified, thinking, how can I soften the blow here, right? And he goes, I know what I'll do. Instead of just posting the video, I'll post it, but I'll write this really long essay underneath it in the description about vulnerability and the difficulty in life and some of these things, so that people will see that and comment on that and send some positivity there to counteract the negative comments that I'll get about, you know, dancing and, you know, being made fun of and all these things. You can just see like the circus going on in his brain, right? The loops he's jumping through to rationalize this in his mind. And he says, I'm so embarrassed that I did that. I can't believe that. Right now, I dance and I just post it. Who cares? And not only that, people like it. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, but that's exactly it, right? We look back at our beginnings and we often laugh to ourselves. Oh, back then I was so naive. I was so scared. I tiptoed in. I crawled before I walked, before I ran. Like, it's a sense of shame. Do you know the phrase, meet people where they are? Well, how about meeting that older version of you where you were? Because back then, it wasn't a silly hedge. Back then, it was courage. It was everything you had. And yeah, maybe you had to make some small concessions in order to get the train on the tracks. You had to go the roundabout way. In a perfect world, would you have just dove in? Would you have just shared yourself with the world and said, whoever doesn't like this, oh, well, it's not for you? Yeah. But we live in an imperfect world where the most powerful thing is not a direct line to a goal or objective. It's starting when you're terrified to begin. Perhaps when that heartbeat in your chest is reminding you that being scared and feeling alive aren't all that different. It beats the same way. The question is, what do you do with it, right, in that moment? And see, by starting, even with the training wheels, or holding the edge of that cliff and tiptoeing around, you're able to breathe life into something that matters. You're able to give yourself an opportunity to say years later, wow, I remember how slow I moved back then. I remember how I tiptoed back then. I remember how much I cared about people's criticism back then. But now I don't. Now I get it. That is the entirety of the point. You may not have been able to pick the fruit, but you planted the seed that would become the tree that would bear the fruit. And in the real world, that means a lot. Sometimes it's not about how you start or where you begin. It merely matters that you do. That you do start, that you do begin. I'll never forget a quote that Jim Quick shared. It said, when all you have is 40%, 40% is 100%. And I've spoken about that in a few different contexts in the past. I think it applies here beautifully. Because time passes. And Clayton, for example, could say, man, I was operating at 40% back then. No, my friend, you were operating at 100% back then, because that, at the time, was the obstacle in front of you. Simply starting was the ocean you had to cross, and you did. And what's interesting to think about is you, right now, are that person your future self someday will look back on and smile at. Oh man, I remember that version of me. I remember being scared, slow. I remember not knowing. I remember feeling stuck and lost and insecure, but guess what? I found the courage somewhere to set sail. Ill-equipped, ill-prepared, and in that moment, at that time, that was my Everest. So my friends, here we are. And I pose this question: what will you give life to? What is it in your soul you want to share, to explore, to give to the world, but you're sitting back thinking, I can't, because I don't have all the answers. This is too big or too much. And now is a good time to remind yourself that it can be ugly. It can and it should be something you laugh at down the road. You should smile at this novice version of yourself beginning a journey completely foreign to you. But the key word is beginning. Give yourself the gift of an imperfect launch into the ether. Let your world expand to places you've never been and things you've never seen. Give yourself that gift in all its imperfection, because going through the imperfection is the perfection. Give yourself the gift of someday laying back, closing your eyes, imagining the starting line and saying, thank God I did whatever I had to do in order to put one foot in front of the other. That little footstep, that hedge, that tiptoeing around the canyon, it was a leap. It was traversing the ocean. And so, because you found this courage, ultimately, a door opened to the infinite.
Are you watching the rest of it?
How much is left?
12 minutes.
Yeah, I might as well just finish it up.
All right.
Life is perspective. So during the good times, find gratitude. And during the difficult times, find the opportunity. When you have the answers, when you know, be proud of your knowledge. And when you don't, celebrate all the wisdom to come. When the sun is shining, cherish the warmth on your skin, and when it's not, learn to run in the rain. When you're focused, appreciate the clarity. And when life feels chaotic, embrace the chance to manufacture order. When people come into your life, value the ride that you'll share. And when they leave, take note of all they gave along the way. When you win, reflect back on all the hard work that made it possible. And when you lose, take in the lessons that even winning can't provide. When things go as planned, revel in your ability to execute. But when your plans and life's plans diverge, remember that some things are simply outside of your control. And now, this moment, is a chance to identify and utilize the things that are in your control. Henry David Thoreau, it's not what you look at, it's what you see. So see the world as you'd like it to be. Never turning a blind eye to reality, but realizing how much control you have over making reality your own. We are the builders. The world around us merely provides the components and the pieces. And if one were to live as though there were value in every moment, they would inevitably find themselves looking for that value, perhaps even when it was difficult to find, most elusive, when most would hang their heads and walk right by it. I look out my window and see a world that is neither valuable or valueless. I see a blank canvas in which we are tasked with making that decision. Life is a roller coaster ride. It has ups and downs, the obvious and the unexpected. And while some think nothing of the high points and dwell on the low points, there are an abundance of resources, of beauty, of joy, reserved for those who understand how great the highs are and how valuable the lows. Who take what comes, not as walls to live within, but as parts to assemble. Not as antithetical to their hopes and dreams, but as the very foundation they will build those hopes and dreams upon. This world is not for you, just as much as it is entirely yours. It calls for you to be that arbiter. For what you decide will inevitably take shape. You can be your greatest fan and also your biggest critic. In fact, not only is it healthy, it's necessary to be there for yourself, celebrate that commitment to show up, but also to hold yourself accountable for growth. Because to be great is to know there's more in you, to understand that there's greatness waiting to be extracted from the miracle that is you. Here are two words. I want to take a look at both of them. Consistency and adaptation. Consistency first. Why? Because consistency gets you in the door. It's the cost of admission. Consistency is you showing up for yourself, day in and day out, creating mastery and competence through repetition, manufacturing a data set that will be used to guide your journey, taking a once stagnant idea and putting it into motion. Consistency is doing what you promised yourself you'd do when you said you'd do it. Why? Because that's who you are. You create goals and then conquer those goals. When your head hits the pillow at night, you may be tired, you may have struggled, you may have swung and missed, you may be wondering how things unfolded the way they did, but you showed up. So celebrate that. Celebrate yourself. Be your biggest fan. Because the world can't take your will to step forward and cannot seize your consistency, not without your permission. So other than part one, let's call consistency the commitment to show up for you. Now, the second piece, consistency's older brother, adaptation. See, that consistency, like we just talked about, it will get you in the door. It signs you up for the game, but it guarantees nothing. See, where consistency puts that pen in your hand, paper in front of you, pats you on the back, where consistency gives you a chance to write your story. One's level of success or achievement relies on their ability to adapt. To do the thing that's so hard for people to do, look in the mirror and ask, how can I be better? I've been consistent for 30 days, sure. Here's what's right, here's what's wrong. Now it's time to adjust, to be critical, to understand that expecting more of the self does not in any way diminish the task at hand. It gives you room to expand into that next version of yourself in a way that simply showing up doesn't. Without a willingness to adapt, you get Einstein's definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting different results. You get day after day of wondering why this square peg won't just save us all the trouble and go into the round hole. Without a willingness to adapt, we move for the sake of moving and we work for the sake of working. But if we could find it within ourselves to look at the data that's been acquired day after day and use it to help guide ourselves to that North Star, we'll find strength. To seek out the delta between where we are and where we want to be, that is power. But it calls for more than just showing up. It calls for looking around. It calls for observing and then adapting. So yeah, your greatest fan and your greatest critic. Be there for you, but don't let yourself get away with good enough. Showing up is critical. It's powerful, but it's just the beginning. If your eyes stay open, if you're willing to both love yourself and improve yourself simultaneously, all the world becomes available to you. There are no mountains you can't climb or oceans you can't cross. And sure, the world will do what the world does. It will place challenges before you. But rather than those challenges being the reason you can't, rather than accepting those challenges as a permanent reality, they become nothing more than the next puzzle to be solved, the next little adaptation that's required of you. You show up, you self-assess, you adjust, and carry right on towards that horizon again and again. So when you find yourself frustrated or up against that wall, remember you are building your ideal reality. Be proud of yourself for showing up, for being consistent. Because as dire as it might seem, you overcame a lot to get here. But also know that the challenge at hand is not an indictment of you or your goals. It's your chance to review the game plan and adjust. Your opportunity to do what so many fail to do, not shrink from the world, but adapt yourself to it. Grow because of it. Today is your opportunity to take what the world gives you and build something new.
I pinned your comment, Deborah, so Twisted could see it. I hope you guys liked the motivation video today. Just remember, it's all up to you. You got this. You are your biggest fan and your worst critic. Everybody's still here with me, or am I talking to myself? I don't know.
I hear you, bro.
It's so lonely. Joe, you feel like you're in church in here? You should know better not to come in here if I'm doing a motivational video. Silly. I'm glad, Alec. Oh, thank you, Heather. Love you too, Deborahs.
Oh, mini player. Hold on. Almost forgot that one. Got you down. Right, that was a good video. That was definitely a good one.
It's all true, also.
Trying to move it. There we go. There we go.
Twisted, can you do a rooster race?
Do rooster races? So for all the growers and showers out there, make sure tonight you send in your videos or pictures of whatever you got growing. We got the home growers live this evening.
8:30, right? PM.
Yep, Eastern Standard Time.
Don't miss out. You'll be missing out on a lot of good information. Oh, thank you, Lynn.
Maybe it is this one.
I try. You know, I try. Actually, I don't try. I just do it. You know why? Because trying is believing you can fail.
100. 100.
Our sidewalks never looked so clean in my life in winter. They did a really nice job. Of roosters recently. In our town, you can't have roosters because it's disturbing the peace because you're too loud.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, honestly.
Cindy Paul would like 5 spots on high-low mini and 10 on Luhu Melts.
Luhu Melts. 5 on mini.
Yes. Gus, where are you going, buddy? He's losing his mind.
Cindy, number 10. 7, 6, 3, and 1. 1, 3, 7, 1, 3, 6, 7, 10.
Absolutely, Lynn. The way you should always look at it. Trying is believing you can fail. You just got to do it. You're scared of something and you're thinking about it and you're just scaring yourself
So
even more.
pretty and yet
Go
annoying.
and do it.
Sounds like you just described me. So pretty and yet annoying.
Who's that?
She's talking about the roosters, Lynn.
Oh.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
You can have them, but they're so pretty yet annoying. I heard they're like really mean. I've never had a rooster. Well, probably because I'd probably get kicked out of the town I live in if I had one. But I've seen them on farms and stuff. They don't look very nice. You should get a what are they called? Oh, they have them at the farm we go to. The really pretty ones.
Peacock.
Peacock. You should get a peacock. Is
Peacocks
Twisted
are-
a cock? Yeah, he's definitely a cock. What's wrong with you, homie? What's wrong? You're okay. You can wait. I'm busy.
And we got plans for this weekend and week coming up to be going live a little more.
No.
We've been
No.
tightening up our schedule around it.
I'm gonna say this right out. I'm having a midlife crisis. I need change. So I'm like redoing like all the rooms in my house.
Peacocks are good security.
Yes, they're so pretty, and they're
That one, remember across the street in the back of our house, across the street?
yeah,
They used to have one back in the day.
yeah. Joe, I heard you're a chicken choker. Remember? I didn't forget.
Chicken choker.
You're not allowed to have chickens.
Oh, I love it. I didn't even see Tino in here. What's up, Tino?
Yeah, he was in, but I couldn't reply to anybody that came
You
in
did.
because
You did. You said I dance in the rain.
because Eddie said to go out in the rain, and I said I dance in the rain.
Yeah, so if you look at that
Yeah,
little
see?
part where it says post a comment, you see how it says all? Hello?
What?
Where
I'm
it says
reading.
post, that spot where it says post a comment.
Yes.
Okay, you see next to it, it says all.
Yes.
Click that and you'll be able to reply directly to one of each chat instead of it going through all of them at once.
Oh. Yeah, because I replied to Bishop, and then it came up like you and me.
Yeah,
on all
yeah,
the platforms.
it's just
I'm like,
replying to all the chats that are out there.
"Any of the lives, I be here unless it's Tuesday night or Friday afternoon." LOL.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, they're very territorial and loud as fuck. They're extremely loud. I mean, I understand why my town doesn't want them, but I don't know. I wasn't supposed to really have ducks either, but I had them. I don't listen very well. I do make him dance in the rain. I sure do. I sure
I had to
do.
reply.
He makes me frolic to the store.
Look at that
from the
logo.
car.
Isn't that logo amazing? Spooky did an awesome job on that.
Yeah, it is wicked cool. I like it. Oh, really? Gotta run, remove snow from the afternoon and warm up car then.
Hey, you get do your thing, Mary J's. We know all about that.
Well, thanks for coming in, Mary J's. Make sure you take some time out for yourself too, lady. She's a busy, busy, busy lady.
I think we're gonna hop off. I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I gotta go shovel out.
I'm gonna
a couple
say I gotta
things.
do a couple things too. So
I
before
want to
tonight,
make sure I get my mail.
8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, Home Grower Show. If you know
Don't
anybody
forget.
that grows, get some pictures. Just send them
It
in. We'll
is
show them
fun,
off.
Lynn. It is so fun, especially on a really hot day and it starts to rain. I love the smell of the air when it rains. The first rain on a hot day off the pavement, and then you go out and dance
Much
in
love,
that
Deb
rain.
Rose.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Mr.
I
Bill.
love it. I love it.
Big
I love
Joe.
all you guys.
Big
I-
Joe.
And anytime you guys are outside and have you can see the moon, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take pictures and put them on my page or my group, because I love sky pictures of the moon and the stars and the sun. I just love it all. Or even the beach. That'd be nice. All right, I love all you guys. You guys have a great day. Love you.
Peace, peace.
Peace out.